Dear students, welcome to 9th Standard Assessment Model Question Paper with Key Answers. Class 9, Subject Social Science, Marks 80, Time 3 hours. First main, 4 choices are given for each incomplete statements or questions. Choose the correct answer and write the same along with its letter of alphabet. Founder of Karkotaka Empire, Lalitaditya Raja Durlabhavardhana Udayaditya Vajraditya. Option B, Raja Durlabhavardhana is the correct answer. The soldiers of Shivaji were experts in this type of warfare: guerrilla, chakravyuh, combat wrestling, cannon war. Option A, guerrilla. The upper house of the state legislature, Vidhana Sabha, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Vidhana Parishad. Vidhana Parishad. The cornerstone of Indian society is city community, tribal community, rural community, town community. Option C, rural community. Biodiversity zone of Karnataka. The Malnad, the coast, the northern Maidan, the southern Maidan. The Malnad. District that has maximum number of waterfalls in Karnataka. Uttara Kannada, Mangaluru, Udupi, Belagavi. Uttara Kannada. Reserve Bank of India was established in the year 1947, 1935, 1962, 1986. 1935. Complaints where the value of goods or services less than 20 lakhs shall be registered at the National Commission, Taluk Forum, the State Commission, District Forum. District Forum. Second main, answer the following questions in a sentence each. Which is the collection of the teachings of Guru Nanak? Guru Grantha Sahib. Who advocated Aham Brahmasmi? Shankaracharya. What is socialization? The learning which motivates the child to participate in society and gives it capability to do so is known as socialization. What are the values a child learns in a family atmosphere? Love, affection, trust, patience, kindness, cooperation, and other values. Define irrigation farming. Crops grown by using water from canals, tanks, or wells is called irrigation farming. What are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and organization. What is the naval base near Karwar known as? Seabird. What is marketing? All the activities which results in the flow of goods and services from the producers to the consumers is called marketing. Third main, answer the following questions in 3 to 4 sentences each. How were economic factors responsible for the French Revolution? France was an agriculture dominated nation. In spite of advances in agricultural practices, production lagged behind. The yield from land was the yield from land was very low. The farmers were the most affected. Famines were frequent. As a result, there used to be revolts and riots for food. Industries were under the control of trade unions. Due to internal strife and interference from authorities, the development of these unions was sluggish. Hence, productivity was low. What is the purpose of establishing Lok Adalats? In India, the legal procedure is time consuming and expensive. As an alternative, the government has set up other forms of legal institution which function faster and are less expensive. How are the Indian tribes classified geographically? Tribals of the northeast region, tribals of the central region, the southern tribes, the tribes living in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Explain the geographical location of Karnataka in India. It is situated in the southern part of India in the western central area of the peninsular region. It extends from 11 degree to 31 minute north to 18 degree to 45 minute north latitude and 74 degree to 12 minutes east to 78 degree to 40 minute east longitude. Mention the uses of manganese. It is used as an alloy in the manufacture of steel to increase its hardness. It is also used in manufacture of chemicals, electrical industry, chemical fertilizers, calico printing and paints. Why are sugar industries of Karnataka are concentrated in the catchment areas of the Kaveri, Krishna and Tungabhadra? These are sugar growing areas, humid climate, power supply, local market, transport system. How does division of labor helps in increase production, increase in the quantity of output, improvement in the quality of the produced goods and services? What factors are to be kept in mind while taking a decision of business management? Time factor, experience, wise decision wisdom, firmness, boldness, clarity. Fourth main, answer the following questions in 5 to 6 sentences each. What are the reasons for the popularity of Christianity? The preachings of Jesus Christ are very simple to follow. He told people to imagine God as their father. He also told that all human beings were children of the God. He advocated universal brotherhood. He told people to shun hypocritical religious practices. He advised people to repent for their sins and seek forgiveness from the God. He asked people to do unto others what they wanted others to do to them. He equated service to man with service to God, which are the tenets advocated by Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya advocated Dvaita philosophy. According to this philosophy, the human soul and the divine soul are separate. According to Madhvacharya, the world is not Maya or illusion, it is as true as Paramatma or the divine soul. Between these, the divine soul is independent and the rest of the world is illusionary. The divine soul and the human soul have a Lord and servant relation. Lord Vishnu or Narayana alone is supreme. Worship of Lord Vishnu can elevate the human soul and thus enable it to attain moksha. What were the reasons for geographical exploration? The fall of Constantinople in 1453. Spain and Portugal were ambitious in competing with Arabs in sea trade. Discovery of new countries opened the possibility of spreading Christianity. European curiosity was roused by the adventurous nature of sea voyage towards eastern countries. Mariner's compass and astrolabe equipment were helpful to sailors. Charts and maps were available to sailors. Europeans believed that China was a fertile place to make profit. How are the directive principles of state policy aims at the holistic development of India? With an aim to establish a welfare state, certain directive principles of state policy have been incorporated in the Constitution. These principles serve as guidelines to the state. These directive principles are in the form of directions to the central and state governments. Through this, the government intends to provide economic, social, and political justice to its citizens, but these principles are based on ethics. So, if the governments, central or state, do not implement them, they cannot be questioned in a court of law. These principles are socialist and liberal and have been based on Gandhian ideals. Describe the features of an undivided family: large size, property, residence, kitchen, religion, self independent. How evergreen forests are different from the deciduous forests of Karnataka. Evergreen forest areas receiving more than 250 centimeters rainfall annually have this kind of forests. Deciduous forest, this kind of forest can be seen in areas receiving 60 to 120 centimeters of rainfall annually. On account of heavy rain and high temperature, the trees grow tall and dense. After winter, due to lack of moisture in the soil, the trees shed their leaves. Rosewood, mahogany, kino, teak, dupa, and habalsu grow in this forest. Teak, kino, mahogany, neem, mango, jack, flame, cocoa, banyan, sandal, and bamboo grow in plenty. Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, Shivamogga, Hasana, Chikmagalur, Chamarajanagar, and Kodagu districts. Chikmagaluru, Mysuru, Chamarajanagar, eastern parts of Hassan, Tumkur, Chikballapura, southern part of Kolara, Mandya, Ramnagara, and Bengaluru rural district. These forests are dense, these forests are not dense. Explain how Karnataka ranks first in the generation of hydroelectricity. There are rivers which can provide sufficient power for the whole state. Rivers flowing towards the west are more suitable for power generation than the rivers flowing towards the east. The hydroelectric power station at Shivanasamudra was established in 1902 to supply power to Kolar gold mines. This project was across constructed on River Kaveri at a short distance away from it. The second hydropower station was established in Shimsha River in 1940. Mahatma Gandhi Hydroelectric Power Station was established in 1947 near Jog Falls on Sharavati rivers to fulfill the increased demand for hydroelectric power. Later, many more hydel projects were developed under the 5-year plans. As a result of these development, Karnataka ranks first in the generation of hydroelectric power in India. Why floriculture is developing as an important entrepreneurship in Karnataka? Karnataka is the leader in floriculture. Devanahalli, Chikballapur are leading flower growing taluks in the state. India's exports in floriculture is increasing and the major portion of flowers exported from India are from Karnataka. Karnataka Agro Industries Corporation, National Horticulture Board helped to establish a flori business with cold storage facilities and freight subsidies for entrepreneurs in Karnataka. Marketing is important in the development of country's economy. How? Standard of living, consumer satisfaction, employment opportunity, resources, international marketing, economic development. According to Robert Sewell, Krishnadevaraya was an unparalleled warrior, substantiate the above statement. He won all the wars and expanded his empire in the south. He defeated Ummattur's Gangaraja and took over the Shivanasamudra fort from him. Then he conquered the Raichur fort. He helped the Portuguese army to conquer Goa from Bijapur Sultan and establish trade relations with them. He attacked the Udaygiri fort. When he attacked it, he thought that it was a very strong fort and very difficult to conquer it, but decided to conquer it in a day and conquered it. He conquered Kalinga's capital Katak and defeated Gajapati Prataparudra. He signed a peace agreement with him. He defeated Adil Shahi of Vijaypura, and won the Raichur fort. After occupying Raichur fort, he seized Bidar and Kalburgi forts. He defeated the Prime Minister of Bahmani Kingdom, Qasim Barid, and freed the Bahmani prince he had imprisoned and coronated the prince on the Bahmani throne at Bidar and earned the title Yavanarajya Pratishtapanacharya. Explain how industries played a prominent role during Mughal economy. There were government factories in Lahore, Agra, Fatehpur Sikri and Ahmedabad. The famous textile industries of that period were in Benares, Patna, Dhaka, Chabaspura, Sonar, Lahore, Fatehpur Sikri and Agra. The weaving of shawls and carpets developed during Akbar's time. Kashmir shawls became popular. During the Mughal period, India had trade relations with many countries in Asia and Europe. Raw silk, metals, horses, perfumes, gold, and silver were imported, whereas cotton cloth, pepper, saffron, opium, salt, petre, and woolen clothes were exported. Explain the election process of president in India. Article 54 and 55 of the Constitution stipulate the way the president should be elected. The president is elected by an electoral college of elected members of both houses of parliament, all elected members of the legislative assemblies of all states, New Delhi and Pondicherry. The Supreme Court judge administers him the oath of office. The term of office is 5 years. He is eligible for re-election. When he goes against the constitution, he can be removed from office by the parliament through a motion of impeachment. Road transport system in Karnataka is better than railways. Justify. A large number of people live in rural areas in Karnataka. So road transport occupies a very important role in linking the villages and towns. Roads can be constructed easily at low cost. People and goods can be transported to every corner of the state. Development of roads determines the progress of the state's agriculture, industry, mining, and commerce. In Karnataka state, there is no uniform distribution of railway tracks in all the districts. The construction cost of railways is costlier than road transport. Sixth main, draw the map of Karnataka and locate the following places: Bandipura, Dandeli, Mangalore, Bidar. A. Bandipura. B. Dandeli. C. Mangalore. D. Bidar.